Alrighty guys, so you guys can see that there's a lot of fat in here. And normally that's fine, you know, fat is flavor, that's great. However, we want for the rub to stick. And usually whenever you have some fat in there, most of those seasonings won't really stick in there. Look, like right there you got some of that silver skin. Let's get rid of that. See some of this right over here? Let's go ahead and get rid of that. But don't create pockets. We want it to be nice and smooth. Like right here, if I keep digging into it, it's just, well, I mean, I can still get some, but I'm not going to go and dig into it. Because once you start slicing, you're gonna see that the bone is gonna be like this. You know, it's the bone's straight, but the meat is gonna go like that. You don't want that. You want, you know, at least a good presentation. So this is about as much as I could take out without actually digging into it. I could take some of this off right here. Let's see. All right, let's take a look at the back side. All righty. So let's get rid of this stuff right over here. There we go. As far as this part goes, what I like to do is get the knife, get it in there. You heard that noise? That little, there you go. That's the membrane separating from the bones. If you don't separate this thing, man, you are not gonna have a nice chew. It's gonna be tough. You see this right over here? You see that? You're not gonna have a good chew. So what you do is you get the knife, put it in, just like I did. Get your paper towel and start pulling this thing away. Now, sometimes it's gonna wanna get the meat out too, and you're just gonna have to, there you go, you see that? Wow, this thing is in there, all right. There we go. They got stuck in some of the meat. All right, I wanted that to be done in one shot, but sometimes that won't happen. So you're gonna have to go back at it again. Very important to remove this, man. See that? There we go. Now it's gone. Now, I get rid of this stuff. Well, not get rid of it, but I cut it out. But I don't get rid of it. You know what I do with this? We cook it, we smoke it, and we do all that stuff. And we give it to this little boy right over here. His name is Rocky. He's 5 years old. He's a good boy. All right. So any of this excess fat right over here, get rid of it too. Remember, you want all this meat in here to have some of that seasoning. Now you still got a little bit of the membrane over here, so we're gonna get rid of it too. There you go. Nothing to it really. There you go. Then we'll season the front, the presentation side. So because this thing has a lot of black pepper, you can see that right in there. You need to shake it up a bit, otherwise it's always going to go to the bottom. You see, like right there, it's going to the bottom. So you got to keep it moving. All right. So this is going to be more like a Texas style seasoning. You got your coarse pepper, you got your salts, you got your paprikas. You got other spices in here too that give you a little bit of kick. And some of the sweetness too. So we'll see how it turns out. Supposed to have a little bit of kick too. Now, I don't know if we added enough kick. Again, you gotta do that. You usually do that whenever you have some very heavy salts or heavy pepper. All that pepper or those coarse salt is gonna go to the bottom. You really want to keep shaking it down. There we go. And the way that I can tell that, that it's not throwing enough pepper and stuff like that is if you look at it, you don't see a lot of the coarse pepper in there. So it's time to shake it up again. There you go, you see that? Now, these ribs, we're gonna try and see if we can keep them as uniform as possible. Whenever we put them into the grill, we're gonna kind of like compress it a little bit and make sure that the bones are a little nice and straight. And because we want, you know, good presentation. You know, we want that. So let's see what we got. All right. So I think that's it. We are going to put these in the fridge for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think at around 9, 10 a.m. or so, we're gonna put them onto the smoker. We're gonna do 275, and we'll do uncovered, then fold, and then finally open. You know, no fold, no nothing like that for the glaze. All right, guys, we'll see you guys then. Alrighty, folks. So we have the Kamado Joe. We just fired up. We have a combination here of a little bit of oak and a little bit of mesquite, since we have a whole bunch of mesquite here. And we are sitting at around 235, 240 or so. So I have it with the half moon splits. You see that? So it's kind of like open a little bit. But that's just to get the dome up into temp. It's starting to get warm. Not a whole lot, but it's starting to. So we're going to shoot for about 285, 290, maybe 300. And then we'll close up the half moons. And the temperature will drop to around 275 or so, and that's when we're gonna throw the ribs on. All right, we'll see you in a bit. Alrighty, guys. So you guys can see that we are around 290 or so. The smoke is nice and clean. Fire is building up. It's gonna reach 300, so let's go ahead and close this little wheel. Now it's going to smoke again. It's gonna have a lot of dirty smoke, but then once it clears out, you know, the combustion will happen again. You see that? You got that dirty smoke. Well, it's not too dirty. I mean, it's bluish, but no, it's turning white. But anyways, this will clear up after about, I want to say maybe about 4 or 5 minutes or so. And then the temperatures will start to settle. Like right now, it's at 310. It's going to start dropping. You see that? It's already dropping. So 305, 300. You got all this dirty smoke. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. Don't do anything with it. You are going to see that it's going to clean up, and then the temperatures will finally stabilize. Right there, it's about 300 still or so. It's actually dropping to about 290 here in a bit. Anyways, we're going to grab the ribs, and we're going to go ahead and put them on. Alright, you guys. So we settled at around 270. That's fine. Smoke is nice and clean. Let's go ahead and put these ribs on. Alright. Now we're trying to go ahead and put these ribs as straight as possible. So that means that we got to compress it a little bit. Make sure that these are nice and straight, because remember, by the time this thing is all said and done, the way that you put them is the way that they're going to come out. So we're going to try and make sure that they're nice and straight. Burnt the shit on myself right now. I'm sure you guys saw that. Anyways, we'll see you in a bit. Alrighty, folks, so we are about 45 minutes in. This thing is around 290. This is the settings that I have. Look at that clean smoke, man. Look at that. The setting for the bottom is about 3 fingers width. So it's about 290. I might close this up a little bit, but for right now, it's doing pretty good. And like I said, we've been about 45 minutes in or so. So I might leave it as is, and we'll go from there. Alrighty, folks, so it's been about 2 hours. It's still maintaining temps at around 285, 290. Let's go ahead and take a look. See, this is the first time we're looking at it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Alright, let's spritz. I wonder how our homemade rub tastes. If it tastes good, man, I'll let you know what we put in here. Alright, so it's back down again. Alright, guys, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's windy. a little bit of drizzle is coming in. So we'll see how it goes. Alrighty guys, so I brought the ribs in here so that I can wrap them because I can't do it outside. It's way too windy. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab these ribs. There we go. We're going to do the same thing that we did on the bottom, which is a little bit of butter. We don't have the liquid kind, so we're just going to use these for now. So, let's get some Sweet Baby Ray's in there. Yeah. If you guys haven't had Sweet Baby Ray's, man, y'all missing out. It's fantastic. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it. We're actually going to do a double wrap. Because I think these ribs might be a little too big for this foil paper. And it is. Alrighty folks, we're going to put it in the pit and we'll see you once these are close to being done so that we can put a little glaze on at the end. Alrighty folks, so the fire died out, man. It's getting pretty cold out here, but what I ended up doing is I unwrapped it. I put some of the Sweet Baby Ray's in. I mixed it up with some honey so we can get the glaze. I'm only going to do it for about 10 minutes or so because the temp is around 350 or so. So it's not going to take long. Look at that, man. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to give it like 2 more minutes and then I'm going to pull it out. Alrighty, look at this, guys. Look at this. I don't know why the camera's picking it up as being too dark, but it's like mahogany red, man. It's awesome. Alright, so let's cut into this. These bones move this way. So I got to be real careful because I don't want to mess this up, man. It'll make a real good presentation. Look at that. Let's get one of these bones out. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and take a bite. Okay. All right. So we got the sweetness in there. We got a bold flavor too, you know, with the pepper. Has a little bit of the kick because we put a little bit of cayenne in there. But it's pretty good. I don't want to fall off the bone, which it's not, you know, otherwise it'd be falling off right there. But it's still tender enough where you can just do a bite through on it. Okay. Alrighty. You want to try a piece?
Yeah.
Alright, try it. Tell me what it tastes like.
I can taste the cayenne, the black pepper.
Is it good?
Yeah. Tastes good. And the smoke, everything.
Oh yeah, we used a little bit of oak, a little bit of mesquite. The wind came down, so it was a little difficult to go ahead and do everything. The fire started going out. It just, I mean, the weatherman said that it was we were gonna have a little cold front, but we've been in the 90s, and the cold front was supposed to be about 75. Well, it turns out that it's about 58 degrees, so it's a little bit on the colder side. With winds, I think it's about 25, 30 miles an hour or so. So it just killed our fire. Anyways, guys, this turned out great. I'm not exactly sure what else to say other than this thing is pretty good. I think next time we might try like baby back ribs or something like that. I don't know. But in the meantime, man, look at this. Look at that. And basically, like I said, what I used to glaze it was just 2 parts honey and 1 part Sweet Baby Ray's. Mixed it up real good. And then it was at 350 the temperature because I put new lump charcoal in there. So I only put it in there for about 5 minutes or so. And it came out fantastic. Look at that glaze. Let me see if we can get a better. There we go. Look at that. Look at that, guys. All right, guys. Anything else you guys want to add? Just leave it in the comment section. And we'll go from there.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.
There you go.